Something that I've noticed that is very common amongst big influencers such as Hamza, Andrew Tate, Eman, is that something they did when they were younger. And whenever I watch these big influencers, and you might relate to this, is whenever you watch him, you almost feel like these guys have such powerful knowledge. Like, for example, Hamza tells you about making habits, about the habits that helped him improve his life, and you go like, whoa, and he's got this knowledge on building habits. We got Eman with his mindset, with his powerful kind of mindset and beliefs. And same with Andrew Tate. They seem so original, they seem so powerful, right? Until you read something. Until you read some books. And you read some more books. And you start to realize that these big influencers aren't really that original. And I'm not criticizing any of them. I really benefited from all of them. Andrew Tate, Eman, Hamza, they all benefited my life. But where did they get all their knowledge from? Books. Eman, when he was younger, he read one book every single week for years and years and years. And you can see his success now. He's one of the biggest, most powerful influencers. Well, I would just say powerful, but you get the point. Big influencer. Hamza, he's always talking about books, about the idea of books, about the power of books. Exactly the same. So there's just something, a big realization that I just had is like, whenever you start reading books, whenever you start reading other things, you realize that the concepts that these big men are telling you are the concepts that you learn from books. For example, How to Win Friends and Influence People, Atomic Habits, The Way the Superior Man, The 48 Laws of Power, The Compound Effect, Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins, Ego's the Enemy. Like all of these books, they all did one thing. They synthesized. They taught you what they knew. It's probably one of the most powerful business models out there, really. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm teaching you. I'm just giving you my knowledge. I hope you benefit from it. And that is something that I really want to tell you. And something that it's kind of like a bookmark that I'm going to just literally binge read these books. I'm going to link down the place where you can get all these books. They're literally all these books. .com Secrets. All Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins. All these books that these big influencers read when they were younger. What made them successful? It was the books they read. And when you can have this treasure trove of knowledge, if you get the core, where they got all their knowledge from, because this is the knowledge right now. This is like what they know, and this is you. They're trying to teach you all the way out here. But when you can get the knowledge from the core, that makes you way more powerful. You want to know why they don't just tell you to... I mean, yeah, fair enough. They tell you like, yo, yeah, read books, read books, read books. But if they forced it more, then people would have a mind of their own. And if they have a mind of their own, you know what happens. When people have a mind of their own, they can't be controlled. I'm not saying like these big men are kind of evil and everything. Like, I see that. What you need to understand is these men, yeah, fair enough, they might be evil. But the way I see it, the way you should probably see it is that these men are teaching you what you learned. They might be evil, they could be evil, I don't know. But they're teaching you what they've learned. And if you can benefit from it, you might as well just learn from it. Like my mother always used to say, analyze everything and stay with the best. Analyze everything that these men tell you and just stay with what really benefits your life. If Hamza benefited your life, then watch him. If Eman benefited your life, keep watching him. If Ali Abdaal benefited your life, keep watching him. Ali Abdaal read books. Again, if Andrew Tate benefited your life, then keep watching them. This is not like a hater video. I'm just telling you this, a realization that I had. Like I said, I'm going to link below the full treasure trove of books that I just showed you, because these are basically like all the books these men, well, most of the books these men read. Like, look, The Slight Edge. Let me just show you actually. Look, The Power of Habits, The Slight Edge, the Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. This powerful is good. This book is powerful. This book is powerful. You can see my, yeah, Atomic Habits. This is another book that they read. The Laws of Human Nature. This is like how they manipulate. The Art of Seduction. Stress Less, Accomplish More. The Slight Edge again? Sure. Rich Dad Poor Dad. You've probably seen that book. All of these books, Can't Hurt Me, The Compound Effect, The 48 Laws of Power, Atomic Habits, The Slight Edge, and Expert Secrets. These are going to be the books I'm going to read. There's going to be a bookmark. And if my success explodes, then you'll know why. It wasn't because I was special. It's because I gathered all these tiny little bits of information, applied them into my life, grew literally This is literally you. You grow like a little plant, and you add knowledge. You add the knowledge you learn from these big influences, and you grow a little bit. You improve your life. But then when you get the knowledge from the book, you're getting like a full-on like growth boost. You're like growing like this now. Your branches are starting to spread, and you're growing big as a tree. You always hear these big influencers telling you, oh, I'm not that successful. Anyone can be rich. Andrew Tate's telling you, if you focus. Iman's telling you, if you focus, if you put your pedal on the gas and you just keep pushing, you're going to be successful. Everybody's telling you that you can be successful. And this is how. When you can get all this knowledge, you're growing as a person. When you get all this knowledge, there's new insight, there's new tactic, there's new mindset. You start growing, you start evolving, and the more you grow, the more money you make, the happier you get, the more mindset switches you get, and then you can make even more money. You can get even more, I don't know, whatever you want.
Please keep this in mind anytime you watch my video or some TikTok. This stuff does not happen overnight. It has been nearly a decade and setting the building blocks and the foundation for the man that I would go on to be. So please keep your foot on the gas, keep pressing, but extend your timeline. Time is your biggest asset at the moment.
Fair enough, this knowledge can be very good when it's synthesized. When, for example, Iman tells you, oh, so I learned this mindset and this is how you should apply it and this is why you should apply it. It's also powerful when they synthesize it to you. But getting this core knowledge is valuable. And that's really what I wanted to teach you in this video. And one of the most powerful messages that I can give you is what my mom exactly said. Analyze all of it and stay with the best. Stay with the best knowledge you can get. You just try this out for yourself. Maybe you'll be watching YouTube videos the whole day. Maybe watching this big influencer I've been talking about. If you've been doing that, then just go and sit down and read one non-fiction book that I'll leave the link below where all the books are. Read it, and you'll notice that some things that you already kind of know because you heard from a big influencer kind of clash with not really clash, but they match exactly what the book is telling you. So when you get almost this knowledge, like core knowledge from these books, it's very valuable. So that's like a little actionable step you can do. Just go check the link. I know reading isn't the most fun thing, but did you really think being successful and getting successful like these big influencers was gonna be easy? Because if it wasn't, why are you not successful? Why am I not successful? Why isn't everyone in the world successful? You gotta understand, this is like what they did. This is what the nitty-gritty work that they had to push through to get to. It wasn't just their business model when they had issues with their clients, when their YouTube wasn't growing, when they got arrested like Andrew Tate. It wasn't that. It was the boring things they didn't want to do, like the good habits you're probably doing right now, the books they read. And I want to give you a little tip when it comes to reading. I know reading sounds like a boring task you have to do. Make reading something you look forward to. And a practical way you can do that is by highlighting the benefits. Linking reading right now. Because reading right now doesn't seem like it's going to be like that much of a big difference. Of course, it takes like months and years for it to actually compound and really, really change your life. But just tell yourself that if you read right now, you're being disciplined. And if you're disciplined, that means you're going to be able to read more. And if you're going to be able to read more, that means you're going to be able to get more knowledge. That means you're going to become more successful. If you could become more successful, then that means you make more money. Link what you want to do right now with you living the life that you want, with you making money. Use your primal desires of money, of status, of sex, of women. It's a powerful driving force that when you can link, I don't know, reading books to you getting more women, more bitches, then you're going to want to read. And it's such a powerful tactic that it's so basic, but it's crazy when you apply it. As soon as you start reading, it's going to feel a little bit boring. But as you start reading and reading the sentence, you read the paragraph, you get more into it. It's not entertaining as a video, but when you start reading it and you get all this knowledge, it's like, oh, this is a new insight. Oh, this connects to that thing that I learned from this YouTuber. It all just starts to connect and it becomes basically a game where you basically just got to start moving. An object in motion stays in motion. When you actually begin reading, that is when it's going to become fun. That is when you're going to start enjoying it. This momentum starts building up. So just a little quick tip that I wanted to give you, and I really hope you benefited from this video. Mwah!